it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. It was my birthday last week Friday, April 8th, and we actually celebrated my birthday a little earlier for family, like let's say now 3 weeks ago. I just celebrated my birthday and there were some things happening throughout the week, so I didn't really have the time to film another tutorial or video. So for this tutorial, I'm actually going to use some products that are new to me. So for instance, this Tartelette In Bloom eyeshadow palette, and I gotta say, it's, I know it looks neutral, you know, you can never have enough neutral eyeshadow palettes, but these are so nice. These eyeshadows, it's just, they are perfect for everyday wear and also just to kind of spice up a more smoky eye. You get the idea. So I'm gonna use this palette just a little bit. So if you wanna know how I did this look, then you know what you gotta do. So of course I already used my Urban Decay Original Primer Potion and I applied it all over my lid, in my crease, on my brow bone and underneath my lower lash line. Then I'm going to use my MAC Studio Fix Face Powder in NC45 and I will be applying that in my crease first with a taper blending brush by Sugarpill. So I'm softly blending it up towards my brow bone. And this is going to give me an even canvas to work on, and it's going to help me blend out my other eyeshadows. Then next I'm going to use the Flower Child eyeshadow of the Tarte Tartelette In Bloom eyeshadow palette, so that eyeshadow right there. And I will be applying that right underneath my brow, so as a brow bone highlight with a 239 eyeshadow brush by M.A.C. And now I'm going to use the Morocco eyeshadow by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I will be applying that one with a 217 blending brush. So I'm going to apply that in my crease using windshield wiper motions to blend everything. And this is going to serve as my transition color. I just love using this eyeshadow for that. It's such a gorgeous brick color. Then next I'm going to use my Sugarpill Cosmetics Poison Plum eyeshadow. I know it's run down because I love it. And I will be applying that with a 239 brush by M.A.C. And all I'm doing is applying that all over my lid using stippling motions to really pack on that eyeshadow. And once I applied it on the lid, I'm going to apply it right underneath my lower lash line with that same brush, you know, just using zigzag motions to again pack on that eyeshadow. Then I'm taking a 217 blending brush by M.A.C. and I'm also applying that in my crease, mixing it together with that Morocco eyeshadow. So now I'm going to mix two eyeshadows together of the Tarte Tartelette In Bloom eyeshadow palette. I'm mixing Activist and Smokeyshow together, and I will be applying that on the outer corner of my eye and inner corner of my eye, and then softly connecting it in my crease with a 217 blending brush by M.A.C. And then I'm also applying it right underneath my lower lash line. I'm sorry because my camera shut off, so I had to kind of reenact what I did in the previous eyeshadow part, if you get what I mean. But let's move on. Now I'm going to use the MakeupGeek eyeshadow or foiled eyeshadow in the shade Grandstand, and I'm going to apply that on the center of my lid. So I wet my brush a little bit with some water, and then I mixed it together with the eyeshadow to make it stand out more. Then I'm going to take the Kat Von D autograph pencil in Puro Amor and line my lower waterline with it, just to make this look even more smoky. Why not? And before I forget, I also use Grandstand eyeshadow by MakeupGeek as a inner corner or tear duct highlight, again using a 239 eyeshadow brush by M.A.C. Now of course I'm going to use my Catrice liquid liner in the shade Dating Joe Black, and I'm going to apply a little winged eyeliner. Not too big, just a small eyeliner for today, because you know it's already a lot of drama going on the lid. And for my false lashes, I'm first going to apply my Lilly lashes in the style Opulence. It's of their luxury line, I believe. I love this. These are my favorite. And then I'm going to apply the Lilly lashes in the style Miami. These are the 3D mink lashes on top. I do have a separate video listed below on how I apply my false eyelashes. But for now, let's continue with the rest of my face. So of course I have to warm up my face, so to say, with my M.A.C Mineralize Skin Finish Natural in the shade Deep Dark, and I'm applying that on the perimeter of my face like I would contour, you know, with a angled contour brush by Morphe. I don't think I will ever find a replacement or a different product to do this. I just love this Mineralize Skin Finish Natural. I can't help it. I'm kind of addicted to it. But all jokes aside, let's move on to the contouring. So now I'm going to use the Morphe 9C Contour and Highlight Palette, and I'm using that shade right there. And I'm just going to contour my face. So let me update you on some news. So I recently filmed a new foundation routine. And so I just want to let you know that it's finally online on my YouTube channel. You can click below in the information box on my current foundation routine, just in case you're wondering what I'm using nowadays. So now I'm going to use this shade right here of the same 9C Contour and Highlight Palette. And I'm applying that right underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, and on my chin, and on my forehead area. This is going to be my matte highlight. And of course, I'm not going to stop there. So for my blush, I'm going to use the MAC Sweet as Cocoa Powder Blush. And I'm going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks first. And then I'm softly blending it up. And I'm using a Morphe powder brush to do so. Now for my sparkly highlight, so to say, I'm going to use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in the shade Topaz, and I'm applying that on the highest points of my cheekbones and also on the bridge of my nose. But I'm also taking my ring finger to kind of make that highlight a little bit more intense on the bridge of my nose, as I'm doing right here. It's just like butter, it's so soft. Love it. Then to make the highlight more vibrant, I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in the shade Moonstone to make my nose highlight again more intense, just brighter. So the first liquid lipstick I'm going to apply is by Jeffree Star, and it's a velour liquid lipstick in the shade Abused. And I'm just applying that, of course, all over my lips. And I'm using this as a base for another liquid lipstick I'm going to apply in a second. So I'm letting that dry, and then I'm using the Makeup Monsters Cosmetics Maroon Masquerade liquid lipstick, and I'm applying that over top. And I just love this combination. It's purple, it's blue, it's just a gorgeous shade. And smack them lips together, and I'm done. So that was it for the tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed it. I've been just obsessed with my makeup lately. Well, not just me, not my face per se, but more just the new products I get to try, and my social media has been kind of blossoming again, if you get what I mean. You know, my pictures are getting reposted again. You know, people are finally figuring out that Namaisa is kind of back and just doing her thing again. And it's really good to see you guys liking my stuff again. So that really feels great. So yeah. So of course, if you want to follow me on my social media pages, then just type in Makeup by Namaisa on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I even have Periscope right now. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you all so much again for watching my video. It means the world to me. I love you guys. And until the next one. Bye!